Welcome back to Zazzle Chat. I'm Monica, and I'm here with James.
Hello.
What's your title again?
Director of Platform Development.
And what does that mean?
It means I work behind the scenes on the business for the designers, trying to help bring programs and products to help their business grow.
Speaking of helping our designers' business grow and Zazzle's business grow,
Do you have something to announce?
we're excited to announce the Weddings Design Challenge. Woo!
Fantastic.
Cool. So weddings is huge,
It
as you
is.
know. Some people get married once, some people get married twice.
Some three.
Some 3 times, and we love and appreciate all those weddings. According to a 2018 Forbes article, the total U.S. wedding market size is estimated about 72 billion,
With a B.
with a B.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of money. Obviously, that's includes events and foods and everything. But if you think about how big that chunk of pie is, we're really excited to continue to grow the wedding business on Zazzle. Paper already does really well, and last year when we relaunched the departments, we actually carved out weddings to be
a special category just for weddings, right? Yep.
yeah, and it's done really well.
It has.
If you're in the market of getting married, or if you've gotten married, you understand that it is a very saturated market for a lot of the paper products, which we do really well. The one thing that we have that a lot of our competitors don't have is the extra stuff. We have beautiful, beautiful invitations, save the dates, menus. All our paper products do really, really well.
Well, plus we have lots of other types of products too that go well, right?
Plus, we have all these other products that our competitors don't have. And that is why we are launching this contest so that you guys, with your beautiful paper invitations, can create a robust collection that includes, bottle labels or, menu cards and
Favor tags.
Groomsmen
gifts.
Jinx. So many products that, again, our competitors don't have, and we're
Sure.
excited for your designs to shine. So, quick overview. We're launching a challenge, and you have to create a wedding collection with a minimum of 7 products.
Yep. 7 products are the minimum we need to display them, just in general, so they know that when you create a collection. So they'll appear at the bottom banner of a product page.
Correct. So, and 7 is really just the minimum.
Correct.
So and in the submission form, we're going to ask for those 7 products. That is not the maximum. So feel free to collect or add more to your collection. We're just going to need at least 7 to judge your collection. The contest runs from March 28th to May 8th, so you have 6 weeks.
Well, fantastic.
So that's a good time. We want to make sure you have enough time to concept and design and create, but not so much time that we can't start promoting your products.
Right, and I think that it would be good to use that time to do some research, to look for maybe some places, maybe some products that you don't see on our site, do some comparison and see where there are opportunities for you to actually kind of really make a spot for yourself in the marketplace.
Yeah, and we're going to work quickly on the back end. We'll need a week for judging, and then we'll announce the designs the week after, or the winners the week after. So, good news. This is open for all designers. There's no location restrictions.
Oh, it's international too?
So it's international as well.
Fantastic.
So we're excited to see all our wonderful international designers continue to design. And then all products have to be submitted on the .com domain though.
Okay, so you can reside anywhere, but they have to be products submitted through .com.
Yes. And that's all listed in the official rules, which you guys will have access to. So, again, let's go back to the basics. The actual challenge is to submit a wedding collection containing a minimum of 7 products. So, weddings, that's a big term. That's a broad term.
But they're bigger than just invites, right?
They're bigger than just invites, although invites usually help tie collection.
That's for sure.
So think not just the wedding, but like the whole event. So it's, bridesmaids gifts. It could be
Save the dates.
bachelorette. It could be save the dates. It could be a whole collection on groomsmen gifts. Like your collection doesn't have to just be a traditional wedding. It could be like, Chinese traditional weddings, and it has, don't think that one of the criteria is we're looking at originality and creativity.
Right, and one of the benefits of designing on Zazzle is because we have a very, very broad collection of products, you don't have to design what everyone else wants, but we have millions of customers that are here looking for lots of different things. So it's really easy to find your niche.
Yes. So again, 7 products is a minimum. Feel free to include more than that. We have in our wedding presentation kind of collateral, we'll have a list of all the wedding products that you can, as an inspiration and jumping off point, and it will link to the entire wedding department. So
things like, looks like table cards and menus and
playing
other
cards, ties, pillows,
Yeah.
anything within that wedding department is fair game. So how to submit. So you guys will click onto a Google form, and it's pretty simple. There's 2 pages. The first page is just basic information and the collection URL. And then the second page is the PIDs, or product identification number.
And that's just at the back of the URL for the product, right? So
Correct.
We'll say, great wedding invite, 14477733352.
Yes.
That's what we want.
And I did include an example on the submission form. So just be careful when you're submitting if it says the entire URL for the collection, and then please look at the submission form of what a product PID number is, which it is clearly listed out on the form.
Fantastic.
And then double check when you receive, after you submit, you'll receive a confirmation email. If you did not receive that confirmation email, feel free to submit it again, so we will not be docking for duplicate submissions.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then lastly, there's no limit to how many collections one designer can submit, so feel free to submit to your heart's content. I always say, more submissions, more chances of winning, right?
More submission, more variety. Yep, exactly.
We're excited about the prizes.
Yes, I am.
There's obviously cash prizes that we've had in the past, but I think more importantly is the promotion. James, do you want to talk about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, so we've been doing some experimenting lately and really trying to make sure that we can call out particular folks that have put in extra effort to help them. So it's not just the cash prizes, but we're doing things differently with our marketing efforts. And so we think we can actually drive more traffic to your products, which will result in more bookings, which could go above and beyond just the prize winning. So we're going to do some experimenting and some measuring, again, because we're trying to grow the designer's business, and when you participate in things like this, we want to make sure you're rewarded and seen.
Yeah, so we will be offering special on-site placement.
Yep.
Special
On-site placement, off-site placement. We're gonna turn lots of dials to see what we can make happen.
And in social media as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
a lot of extra brownie points for designers who submit great designs. Okay, so let's just talk about the judging criteria, because that's something that we get questions a lot about. So first of all, we're giving you a lot of room to run because we aren't telling you which products. So just be thoughtful in kind of the products that you choose. We suggest kind of have a theme and they be, complementary and meaningful.
So it could be a collection of just stuff maybe for a bridesmaid's event, right? Versus a real mix of things. You might want to think of it as a collection that's kind of cohesive.
Yeah, a cohesive collection that's thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to kind of tell you what to design. We're going to let you guys leave that up to your own interpretation. Thematic relevance. So the collection should have a clear and unifying theme, like the bridal gifts. They should all be something related to bridal gifts. It shouldn't have a random, I don't know.
So both kind of the product selection and the design aspects should have a thematic feel to them.
And it's not just like if it's a beautiful flower, it shouldn't be copied and pasted.
Yeah, right.
Like, think of it as a collection. Like when you're decorating your house, you don't look for everything gray and put it in the room. You look for complementary colors, you look for complementary designs. It's not the same pattern, but they're complementary. So think about that when you're designing. It doesn't have to be the same floral pattern, but maybe like a solid pink that matches that floral can be the background to some of the stuff. I'm not a designer.
It sounds like you are, though. I mean, that sounds lovely.
I like to design in my free time, as a lot of you guys do, but I'm not a professional designer. But I think you guys understand that. Creativity is a must. We want you guys to be creative. Like Zazzle is a platform that enables creativity. So kind of push the limit.
Try something new.
We're offering you guys the chance to submit multiple. So maybe have a wild card and see how that does.
Good idea.
Quality of image. So that's going to be important because when these things print, we have to make sure that they look good for the customer. So they can't be pixelated. Like this is the technical side of the design.
Yeah, sometimes just because it looks good on the screen doesn't necessarily mean it's going to look good in print because we print at a much higher resolution. So make sure you have nice high resolution images that aren't compressed.
Especially when you're printing like larger things like a canvas or a banner that goes with it.
Or curtains.
Or curtains.
Those are big things.
Make sure that they kind of have a theme. Or the quality is good. Originality goes without saying. Don't copy someone else's design. You guys are amazing individuals, so feel free to let that shine. Ease of customization. So this is something we've harped on before in the holiday contest. Again, you want to make it simple enough that someone on their phone can go and customize your design. And we're working on ways to do that.
That usually means templatized content, right?
Yes.
So it's easy to swap out so they don't have to go into the design tool to change their name or change the address.
Yes, correct. So we have tutorials on templatizing, so make sure you look at that if you need a refresher.
Can we include some links in this?
We'll include a lot of links for that.
Fantastic.
And then lastly, something we've never done before in the judging criteria, but is very important for not just our purpose, but so much for your purpose, is metadata.
Yeah, and I'll be happy to talk about that because as mentioned earlier, when we talked about doing something extra special and trying to kind of move some dials to make things happen for you, one of the things we have harped on and talked about recently is that we need good quality metadata. That would mean your titles. So your titles are long and descriptive, your product descriptions are meaty and in storytelling, and that your tags are appropriate and rich. So what we want to do is make sure that you have the best metadata, and we'll actually be judging it on a criteria, which is, are they long enough? Are they descriptive? Are people doing things like maybe tag stuffing, where you're putting words in there that aren't relevant to your content? We don't like that particular thing because it doesn't help us sell, and it doesn't help you sell. So we are going to judge that as one of our criteria. So we'll provide some advice on how to optimize some of your content and ways to think about it so you can actually put more words that are relevant in to describe your products. That'll make them not only sell better on Zazzle, but it'll also help us sell them better externally with our external marketing campaigns, so which is why it's so important.
Yeah, and this is a judging criteria, but also, honestly, it's really for you guys to elevate your own designs within the platform. We've seen some amazing designs, and then it says the title is
wedding
pillow.
Invitation. I mean, it's like that's not
it's
not
like
going to help
so
you
beautiful.
get
It's a watercolor. It's floral. It's so much effort was put into the design, but then it falls short when you're actually describing it, so no one is able to find it. So we're adding this as a criteria so you guys can help yourself. We'll include some do's and don'ts in the presentation, and we'll have a little more tips. And lastly, we will give you some inspiration on where to start. I think the wedding, obviously trends are always changing and evolving. I have friends who recently got engaged, and Pinterest is a great place to Instagram, anything visual that can get your juices kind of flowing. We'll include some links to kind of as a starting off point, but use your own, like, do some research. You have 6 weeks.
Find some inspiration.
Find
right?
some inspiration. Find color palettes. Find motifs. I don't know. Poetry. I don't know.
Do some research.
Yeah,
See
do
what's
some
out there.
research. Take
Yeah.
some time, and we're so excited because obviously we love here at Zazzle,
We do love love.
and we will be fielding questions. Hopefully, we've provided enough explanation, but there's always going to be questions, and we will be hosting a forum. So feel free to ask James or myself questions on the forums, and we'll answer them personally. So
Looking forward to it.
we're so excited to see your designs, and we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you on the forums.
See you on the forums.